Lesson number 8. How to get a secure connection. While making sure that having a clean operating system is an important first step, it is important to ensure that any communications you conduct on your computer are transferred safely. When communications take place between you and a site you are visiting, it is through the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which is the protocol used by browsers that allow this communication to take place. The information that is communicated is sent in plain text, much like sending a postcard with personal information in the message. Data such as usernames and passwords sent to and received by websites are easily read by third parties. To solve this, the Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure was invented to provide encrypted communication and secure identification of a network server. This changes your communications from being transmitted as if they are a postcard to a letter sealed in an envelope. Most major sites can be reached via a secure connection, but not necessarily by default. You can check the settings in these platforms to enable HTTPS or SSL, which are both ways to ensure a secure connection. However, you can also add the plugin HTTPS Everywhere to the Firefox or Chrome browsers to automatically retrieve the HTTPS version of the sites you visit. HTTPS Everywhere will not create an HTTPS connection for all websites, only those that have an HTTPS setting. Thus, it is still important to check the web address bar at the top of your browser to be certain that the websites where you must enter important information are HTTPS enabled. A certificate can be thought of as the ID for a website, and it ensures the security of an HTTPS connection. Sometimes, your web browser will show you a warning message describing a problem with the site's digital certificate. These warning messages exist to protect you against attacks. Please don't ignore them. If you bypass certificate warnings, you may be able to use a site, but the ability of HTTPS technology to protect your communications will be limited. If you encounter a certificate warning, report it by email to the webmaster of the site. If you're using an HTTPS site set up by an individual, you might receive a certificate error because the certificate is self-signed, meaning that there is no basis given for your browser to determine whether or not the communication is being intercepted. For some sites, you might have no option but to accept the self-signed certificate to use the site. However, you can try to confirm via another channel, such as email or instant messaging, that the certificate is the one you should expect. You can also see whether it looks the same when using a different internet connection on a different computer. If you ever receive a certificate error for a common website, such as Gmail or Facebook, do not proceed. Circumvention is a way to get around any filter imposed by your internet service provider. Circumvention relies on proxies that route your internet connection through a connection outside the control of your ISP. A web-based proxy is a service in which you type in a website for a particular proxy service at the web address bar at the top of your browser. Within the site, enter the filtered address you wish to view. The proxy will then display the requested content inside its own web page. While these types of proxies are the easiest to use, they only apply to your browser-based activities, so they will not work with chat or email clients, nor do they all use an HTTPS connection to conceal your internet traffic. It is important to remember that not all web-based proxies can be trusted. In some cases, groups that wish to gain access to your personal information may set up a web-based proxy to see all of your internet activity. A VPN, or virtual private network, utilizes an HTTPS connection and tunnels all the internet traffic between you and another computer. Because VPN services tunnel all internet traffic, they can be used for email, instant messaging, voice-over IP programs like Skype, and any other internet services, in addition to web browsing, making everything that travels through the tunnel unreadable to anyone along the way. If the tunnel ends outside the area where the internet is being restricted, this can be an effective method of circumvention, since the filtering entity or server sees only encrypted data and has no way of knowing what data is passing through the tunnel. While there are no-cost solutions such as Siphon 3 and commercial solutions through Amazon Web Services and other cloud computing providers, these services will still be able to see what websites you access, even though your ISP will not be able to. Much like a web-based proxy, it is important that you trust your VPN provider. The most secure type of proxy is an anonymizing proxy, which routes your internet connection through a series of 3 or more other proxies. The most well-known of these is Tor. Tor randomly routes your communications through a network of independent volunteer proxies. All the traffic between Tor servers, or relays, is encrypted, and each one of the relays knows only the IP address of 2 other machines, the one immediately before it and the one immediately after it in the chain. Tor ensures a secure connection by making it difficult for your ISP or any other local observer to know what your target website is or what information you are sending. Tor also ensures it will be hard for the target website to know who you are, or at least to know your IP address. Tor also makes it difficult for any of the independent relays to know who you are and where you go, either by directly having your IP address, or by being able to correlate browsing habits by consistently observing your traffic. To learn how to install and use Tor, please visit the following website.